Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round I got in the Riders in the Skies situation battle from the last couple of weeks on PSN. I pulled the O in one of the first rounds I played, and it went relatively well. The O, it's not bad. It probably is in need of buffs at this point, but it's relatively strong still. Of course, everything does get tweaked for situation battles, so I can't really say exactly how much influence that does or doesn't have. But pretty much with the O, just it has two speeds, 1 or 4. It will fire one shot or a volley of shots. It will use 1 saber or 4 sabers, and that is the extent of its arsenal. It also has a resonance skill that makes it hard to lock onto with Psychomu weapons and gives it an attack boost, I believe. I forget what else it does, but those are the basics. And yeah, it hits pretty hard. So it's of course relatively fast for being gigantic, because yeah, it has a ton of thrusters. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a decent mobile suit. So. And this round went relatively well. The Titans and Axis side of this is the O, the Balnok Saman, the Kublai, the Barzam, and the Pallas Athena. The Aug side is the Zeta Gundam, the Hyakushiki, the Methus, the Super Gundam, and a Rick DS, I believe. So, yeah. Yep, that's what got me, in fact. It's the Rick DS, so there we go. But yeah, I don't play a lot of space, and it's kind of funny that just by sheer accident, I think this is the second Dark Space round I have actually posted in the last week, when I can go months without running space rounds generally. But it went pretty well. I liked this situation battle. I think one of the few things they tweaked for week 2 of it was the Barzam, if I'm not mistaken. Barzam's pretty good, but yeah, it is definitely one of the lowest cost things in the room, behind, or probably, I think it's the same basic, it comes in at the same cost as the Rick DS, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah. I end up largely gunning for the Hyakushiki for this round, because it is a raid, so I have type advantage, and yeah, at its levels, probably its defenses are pretty well balanced and pretty solid. But at its starting level, it is a little bit weak on melee defense generally. Ballistic is low, but I believe melee is lowest of all, which generally makes sense. Yeah, I think I just used my iframes to tank that dummy balloon, which is good. And yeah, only 2880 when I hit the downswing on that Super Gundam, but I only hit one of the 3 swings that downswing entails. So it does do significantly more if you can get them all. 4.5 minutes to go. We're up about 2-1, but I remember that it definitely comes back around. So see how that goes. And yeah, trying to think. I think, if I heard correctly, there may be another GBO2 stream shortly to probably to announce what the last update of the month is, what suits will be added and what else will be added. So, it's probably time for another 4 or 5 star banner. That's usually how this goes, I think. Maybe it'll be the Gundam Double X. That would be nice, but we will see what we get. And I'm hoping that we'll once again get new map, some sizable update, something like that. You never know. I've never really checked the schedule in the past to see if there's a way to suss out what times you can expect maps or new things like that. But probably just whenever they're done and sufficiently tested, honestly. See, so yeah, there's the Methus. I think I wound up taking almost everything on the enemy team on at least once, and sometimes successfully and sometimes not. But yeah, as you can see, the enemy team's caught up, relatively speaking. They're within 3,000 points of us, so it's better than they were, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I am getting shot down a lot, but I'm for a space round. I think I'm doing relatively well overall. And yeah, and I think it's the verbal tick of the night, but just yeah, I'm not sure. Trying to think if there's anything going on. I think there either has just been or is also about to be a new Gunpla announcement stream, which I think will probably I don't know if it'll be announce things from the new anime or something else, but be happy to see whatever they've got cooking, because yeah, just they always come up with something interesting at least. Would still love there's still more G-Quux suits I would like to see, but I still think it's funny that some of the as far as we can tell, there's no line art for some of the things that show up, like for example on Earth when they're getting ready to try and dive for the Rose of Sharon. That I'm pretty sure that the mobile suits that show up there there's no model sheet for the Zgox or whatever it may be, and there's a couple other I think that show up in the finale that are the same way. But I would like to see more G-Quux suits. I'm sure at some point there will be models for those if there aren't, so that's practically inevitable. Yeah, okay. Minute and 15 to go. There is a bomb at the base, so they'll get close to us, but I don't think. Yeah, that's not going to be enough for them to overtake us, but it will get them back in the running to where they could stage a comeback pretty well if that bomb goes off. Though maybe not, because it is getting down to the wire. Support fire is not where I am, which is always the preferable way of doing things. And let's see. There's that. And yep, that's the Hyakushiki again. Like I said, whenever I saw that, I tried to zero in on it because it is a good thing for me to be fighting. Rest of the Allied team caught it before I did, though, and I just barely managed to get out of the way of that support fire. That was nice. Yeah. So as you can see, with our base destroyed and some and a well placed support fire, they are close enough to us that we do need to worry. At least the Palace Athena and I need to worry, because if the Hyakushiki gets a hold of me, and if the the Hyakushiki gets a hold of the Palace Athena, and the Super Gundam gets a hold of me, we could be looking at a sudden loss of enough points to throw it. But nope, we managed to stay alive and pull it off, which is its own reward basically. I had another phrase in mind, but phrase is gone. Yeah, top diversions. I was kind of large and in people's faces. But 5 and 3, 129,000 damage and second overall. I will take that. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. They did do a 30 minutes label stream recently that had some interesting previews. They're going to do a couple of Monster Hunter suits of armor in 30-minute fantasy. So if you like the Rathalos armor, that's one of the two. I forget what the other one is. They are going to be doing the main character from Witch on the Holy Night. Mahotsukai no Yoru is the Japanese name, another Type Moon thing. That'll come out in March. And yeah, also some new kits from Daemon Ex Machina, I believe. It's kind of hard to say in a hurry.